Aloha guys, Joe Tunney. I'm here visiting my friends at Kona Nissan, and we're reviewing the 2017 Chrysler Pacifica, all new for 2017. And it reminds me of when I was young, I was a huge fan of college basketball, and one of the things I loved most about college basketball was Dick Vitale. Dick Vitale was a very colorful broadcaster back in the old days who had 4 sayings that he said all of the time. That person is my diaper dandy, he's my PT peer, he's on my all Windex team, and that's awesome with a capital A, baby. And I think of that because this car, the all-new Pacifica, is going up against the absolute toughest competition in the world. This is essentially what's replacing the Town and Country to go head-to-head with Toyota and Honda particularly, and the Toyota Sienna and the Honda Odyssey. Well, that's a tough crowd to crack. So you better be a diaper dandy, which was a freshman year player who could play with the big kids, and that's exactly what this is. You better be a PT peer or a primetime player because it's on in this segment. If you think you're going to compete with Toyota and Honda, you better be about 10 cuts above what you thought you were doing coming into this program. Also, the all Windex team, that's somebody who could elevate higher than the most vertically adept athletes and get that rebound up above the 7-footers. And so is this going to be able to compete with the 7-footers? We'll certainly find out. And then awesome with a capital A, well, we don't need to know what that's all about. In the end, if you can do all those other 3 things, then you're definitely awesome with a capital A, and we'll see if the Pacifica lives up to that. But first, we're going to pop the hood. 3.6 liter Pentastar V6 engine. We've seen this before in the Jeep Wrangler and various Mopar applications. 287 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque, so it's got a lot of power. That's actually an enormous amount of horsepower, but I'm sure in a big car like this it's going to come at the expense of some fuel economy. Absolutely not. 18 miles per gallon in the city, 28 out on the open road. Let's take a look inside. Well, first from the outside, how's it look? It looks pretty nice. It's sleek like a sporty car, not kind of bulbous or blocky like a conventional minivan. Inside, well, it feels nice inside. Stylish. Piano black finish, just like the Range Rovers have. I'm a sucker for piano black finish. A knob, a turn knob for the gear indicators, so you don't have to with the gear shifter. Push button parking brake, push button start, even at the LX level. It's nice, real nice. Taking a look in back, we have a giant door here. On the upper level option packages, you're going to get power side doors, but can't see why you really need it. This door opens and closes easily. Now, even at the LX level, this is really stylish inside, especially for people in the middle seat and back seat. Normally, those are the kind of forgotten parts of a minivan because you figure it's just going to be kids and maybe a dog back there. But no, this is actually really nice looking. I'm going to jump in and take a peek. Ooh la la, reclining middle seat. I feel like I'm in a first class seat in a 747. It's got the climate control in the back. Wow, not bad. Taking a look in back, well, stylish in the back. Not trying too hard to be something that it isn't. This one's got a bunch of gear inside, but you can see where the third row seats fold down flat, and they have their own cargo area. They fold backwards or tumble backwards, and then the stow and go seating, even at the LX level, that's part of the package. So without the rubber floor mats in, the compartment opens up in front of the seat and it just falls right on in, and it's almost like a cargo van. In fact, it's just like a cargo van. Again, opening it up from the side, looks really cool. Now this part I like a lot. It's got a rocking chair motion, so it's just one nice touch. The stuff doesn't flip and flop and fold and all that sort of thing. No, not at all. It's just boop, and there you go. And then you jump in back. And then I read all the reviews. Oh, it's so small in the third row seat compared to the other guys. What are you talking about? I got this thing all the way back. I'm 6 feet tall. I have 4 inches of leg room in front of my knees. I'm like relaxed. This is nice, really nice. Let's jump back in front and take a second look. When I was in the car business back at the dealership level, whenever I trade my wife's car in, she'd never ask me what I got her. She always asked, what color did you get me? Because she always trusted I'd get her something cool. And she used to tell me that, I do trust you. I'm sure you'll get me something nice. And if you ever get me a minivan, I'll stab you in your eyeballs while you sleep. Ha 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 ha. And so I've always liked minivans, but she has absolutely no interest. I'm telling you right now, with the style of this Pacifica, and I can see her shaking her head no already, but I'm telling you right now, I think I could even break my wife, who would never ever ever get a minivan. I think she'd be a player on this Pacifica. This is a very stylish minivan. And then just the cool features of the push button start, the push button e-brake. In fact, here, let's turn on. It's so smooth and nice. And that's all it is. And then you're in drive. Rear view camera, even at the LX level. It's great. Push button parking brake. It's all so simple. This is a really, really nice minivan. And so, is it a diaper dandy? Is it right out of the get-go a big sensation in its first year? Yep. Is it a PT peer? Does this legitimately compete with Honda and Toyota, especially the Odyssey and the Sienna? Yep. Especially at this price point, even with this level of equipment, low 30s at the MSRP level. Is it an all Windex player? Is it above the most vertically inclined? You know what? At this price point, as shocking as this sounds, it's nicer than the Sienna. It's nicer than the Odyssey. Dollar for dollar, your dollar is going to go further in a new Pacifica, and that is absolutely crazy for me to say as a Honda and Toyota lover since the dawn of the dinosaurs. And is it awesome with a capital A? You bet it is, baby. And if you have any questions about this Pacifica or anything at all, you know where to reach me. My name's Joe Tiny, and you can reach me at joeloveshawaii@gmail.com.